Yeah, good morning. I'm finally getting around to setting up my chicken waterer project. And what I'm doing is got these watering cups here. I also got a half-inch pipe to watering cup adapters. I believe they're irrigation connectors. So I'm going to be running a string of PVC down this wall here with the cups on it. There will be a Rubbermaid Brute food safe trash can on cinder blocks here to give me a gravity feed. A bit of hose between the trash can and the PVC pipe for ease of clean out, etc. And then we're going to run it down there and set up the watering cups. But before I can do all that, I need to make this level. So I'm going to need to pour a small, about 2 foot by 2 foot bit of cement in here just to level that up. Alright, got my little form made out of a bit of scrap wood. It's about 2 by 2. Which should be good to put some cinder blocks on top. I've got 60 pounds of concrete left over from that walkway fix. So I'm going to drag the mixer out here and pour this form, level it off. Alright, this might not be the most scientific way to get this thing level, but I don't need it perfectly level, I just need it a whole lot flatter than it was. So basically I'm just putting a level on top of the scree board and getting it close. Alright, the pad is mostly level and certainly a lot flatter than what I had before. So once that sets up, I can put the cinder blocks on there and raise up the trash can so I get a good gravity flow. Alright, I got the parts together for the chicken waterer project that I'm getting ready to start building here. The main water storage is going to be this Brute trash can. Rubbermaid Brutes are food safe. In gray, they are definitely food safe. If you get some of the funky colors, they may not be. Check saltwater aquarium forums for the best information about what trash containers are food safe. They seem to know their stuff because they want to keep their fish alive. Alright, so back to what we got here. We have from Amazon, a 12-pack of PVC tees. So what these are going to let me do is just screw these in to the T for the 1/2 inch instead of having to mess around with drilling out larger diameter PVC, which seems like that would be a pain. So these were not much, and here's just one without the chicken feeder in. And this third one here, when I was walking around Lowe's, I was looking for a 1/8 MPT plug, which apparently does not exist or does not exist at Lowe's. But a 3/8 inch stainless steel screw fit in perfectly. So the way I'm going to set this up is I'm going to have them all, coming out normally, and then at the last one, it's just going to have a plug in there so I can undo the plug and drain the system out of the last PVC tee. All right, my through the barrel things. This is fully assembled. These were also Amazon. I believe it was about 12 or 15 bucks for the pair. You can buy them individually too, but the pair price, price per each was better. And I may be doing an inlet and an outlet. That's what I was thinking when I was ordering things. Let me see. Oh, we got our waterers going out of order here. These are also Amazon. The cups are a bit smaller than what I expected, but I'm sure they will work fine. We have 1/2 inch slip PVC to garden hose adapters, got a pair of those. We have garden hose reversing, so basically male to male, female to female, because I figured I'd probably need them, and they were like $6 and cheap. And as far as tools go, I had to pick up some primer and cement for the PVC. Have my PVC cutter, and we've got a hole saw for tearing a hole in my brand new $40 trash can, which is very sad. But I'm going to start putting this together. Basically, I'm going to slice this piece of 10-foot PVC into about between 12 and 16 inch pieces, and start welding in cups and tees, and we'll see how it turns out. All right, there's your parts, and we'll get this thing put together. Alright, let's start putting some of these together here. We got the primer, regular purple PVC primer. I went with the red cement because that's CVPC, PVC, and ABS. So just more uses down the road. So basically prime both ends. And I cut these down to 15 inches because 10 feet divided by 8 is 15 inches. I had to Google that. So prime both sides. Yeah. Can you see the spills? Yeah, you can see the spills. Sorry, I'm making a horrible mess out of this. I do have paper towels handy, so that's good. And the first one's going to be easy because I don't have to worry about matching it up with everything else. A little bit of PVC cement, shove it in the side you primed, and twist until it locks. Alright, and that'll never come off again. And go on down here. PVC cement. I'm not used to working with half-inch PVC. Usually I work with bigger stuff. So it's kind of weird working on something this small. Oops. Prime. And glue the outer. Squeeze and twist. Alright. Now this is rocket science. I figured I'd show putting a couple together in case you've never done PVC work before. But PVC is really easy. The only hard part here is going to be getting all the T's lined up straight. That's the only real concern. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be easier than doing it with a drill. So, prime. And prime in there. A little bit of cement. You only really need to cement one side because the pipe's pretty small. And this is going to be the tricky part, getting these all straight here. Alrighty. So there's the start of it. And I'm just going to keep on going on. I'm not going to leave it filming for the whole thing because you don't want to watch me doing this long. So I'll be back when I get 10 foot of this. Hey, so I ended up putting these together in 3 fitting sections at a time just because it was easier to line them up and get them straight, and also kind of matched my table size. So also tip, this is not a kitchen table job. This is definitely a workbench job. My last piece here, I'm going to put all 3 of these together here momentarily. That is the waterer and then the drain, which will face straight down. I cheated a little bit and used a vise for putting those pieces together. Made it a lot easier to line them up. Alright, here's the completed section of pipe. We have 8 waterer ports and 1 drain port over a 10-foot section of pipe. So next we'll get going on the bucket. Alright, now we come to the point where we got to drill a hole in my new $40 bucket. The only hole saw I had that was the right size has a chuck size that I don't have a drill to match. So I have a impact to 12mm socket, 12mm socket on the hole saw. So it's not pretty, but it beats going out and buying a new drill. So got it marked where I want it to be. I'll drill the hole. Then I'll explain why I drilled the hole where I drilled it. Alrighty, well that worked. Let's see if this bugger fits in. That sounds like a good connection there. Alright, so I see a lot of videos, they drill a hole at the very bottom of the bucket. I do not want to do that. I've got it about 4 inches off the bottom. The main reason is if there's any sediment or if an acorn falls in the top or something like that, while I'm filling it, I don't want that getting into my valves, into my 1/2-inch pipe. So I want a good bit of nothing at the bottom, so any sinkers or anything aren't going to go down the drain pipe. So, alright, I'll flip this thing over and we'll get this, the shutoff valve connected to the bucket. And just as a tip, the shutoff valve is left-hand thread. Alright, I got the bulkhead adapter in. There was no way you could see what I was doing the way I had the camera set up, so I'll just show you an after install. And I had to also locate this old bulkhead wrench here to get the job done. But that's in there, that's good and tight, so we'll put in the shutoff valve, Teflon tape that up, and we'll see if it holds water. Alright, shutoff valve is installed, it's Teflon taped. The whole having the other nut being left hand and this one being right hand was a bit confusing tightening it, but I figured it out. So let's go see if this bugger holds water. Alright, I got just enough water to cover the top of the bulkhead, and we are seeing some drippage here. And looks like it's coming from the bulkhead itself, not from the threads, so we'll see if we can tighten that down a bit. Alright, I think we got the thing tightened down to the point where it's virtually drip free. I have to find myself a good pipe wrench and force that down a little bit more, but with the tools I have, that's about the best I can do. Alright, I decided to finish this thing off tonight, which is why it's dark. But let me just back up here first. So we got the trash can on top of 3 stacks of cinder blocks. We got our garden hose going to our connector there and into the PVC pipe. And PVC pipe is running down the length of the chicken run. Alright, just a tip for you, don't over tighten these things because they will snap off. I got all the cups on, but I gotta get this one out so I can put on a fresh one because I snapped the damn head off. Alright, so using a screw to plug off one of the things, bad idea. I'm probably gonna end up just snipping this here and I'll put another cap on the end and not worry about a drain thing. If I need to drain it, I'll just take off the last cup and that should work. And just putting some water in these here. And these are basically push to fill. They're not like a float system. Just put a little bit of water in each of them. Get the air out. Well, that one's just hissing. Oh, there it goes. And right now I just have this thing up here with zip ties, so I'll have to come up with a better plan than that. There it goes, gonna get the air out. So, not bad for a one-day project. And got one fix down there on the end with that dripping thing. And I don't think it was dripping too bad over here. I'll just show you the run and a little pipe drop, or hose pipe drop. Alrighty, got the piece of PVC that was leaking cut off and capped, rebled the system, and everything appears to be functional. Now it's just a matter of whether or not the chickens will actually drink out of it. And let me just back up so you can see the whole hookup there. So it does look like I am going to have to tighten up the connection for the bulkhead through the barrel, because that seems to be dripping a bit. Other than that, everything is solid. So I'm going to call this a night, and y'all have yourselves a great evening. And if you like this video, please hit that subscribe button. Bye bye.